Have you ever picked up a bunch of grapes or a perfectly ripe banana, thinking, this must be good for me? It's fruit. It's natural. It has to be healthy. But here's the twist. What if I told you that some of the fruits you've been eating your whole life might actually be slowing you down after the age of 50? It sounds shocking, even unfair, doesn't it? Something so sweet, so innocent, suddenly becoming a hidden burden for your body. Yet, this is the reality many people discovered too late after dealing with fatigue, stomach discomfort, or unexpected spikes in blood sugar. So today, let's uncover the truth together. We'll talk about the fruits that are not as senior-friendly as we thought, and why making small changes could mean more energy, better digestion, and a sharper mind as you age. Let me share a quick story. A woman named Margaret, she's 62, lives in Boston, told me she used to start every morning with a glass of fresh orange juice and a banana. She believed it was the healthiest way to kick off the day. But after a few months, she noticed her stomach often felt bloated, her energy dipped right before lunchtime, and her dentist even mentioned her enamel was wearing down faster than expected. When she finally spoke to a nutrition specialist, the advice surprised her. Margaret, the problem isn't that you're eating fruit. The problem is that the type of fruit you're choosing isn't working for your body anymore. That single shift in perspective changed her daily routine and her health improved within weeks. Here's the science, simplified. As we age, our metabolism slows down. The pancreas becomes more sensitive, our digestive lining more fragile, and even our teeth and gums don't recover as quickly. This means the fruits we could eat without thinking at 20 don't always serve us well at 50 or 60. It's not about good or bad. It's about what your body can handle now versus what it once could. So let's look at 4 common fruits that, despite their popularity, may be doing more harm than good for people over 50. Grapes look harmless. They're tiny, sweet, and refreshing. But here's the catch. They're loaded with natural sugar, called fructose. For younger people, the body burns through that sugar quickly. But for older adults, it often floods the bloodstream too fast, causing sudden spikes in blood sugar followed by an energy crash. If you've ever felt sleepy or heavy after a handful of grapes, that's exactly what's happening. Next is pineapple. Tropical, juicy, and tangy. Delicious, yes, but also one of the most acidic fruits you can eat. For someone with a sensitive stomach, acid reflux, or weaker enamel, pineapple can be like pouring lemon juice on a paper cut. Painful, irritating, and damaging over time. It doesn't mean you could enjoy it ever again, just know that moderation matters. Now, let's talk about oranges and citrus fruits. People love them for vitamin C, and rightly so. But as we get older, the high acidity can wear down tooth enamel, trigger heartburn, and even interfere with certain medications for blood pressure or cholesterol. Many seniors drink orange juice daily, unaware it could be the reason behind stomach discomfort or restless nights. And finally, bananas. They're easy, convenient, and seem perfect for a quick snack. But ripe bananas are packed with sugar and surprisingly low in fiber. For many people over 50, this combination leads to constipation, unstable energy levels, and yes, even unwanted weight gain. Again, it's not about banning bananas, it's about recognizing their impact on your body now. Remember Margaret. Once she swapped her daily banana and orange juice for something gentler like a small bowl of berries, her digestion improved, her energy lasted longer, and she no longer felt that mid-morning crash. The fruit itself wasn't the enemy. The key was understanding which fruits supported her body at this stage of life, and which ones quietly drained her vitality. So here's the takeaway. Not all fruits are created equal, especially after 50. Grapes, pineapples, citrus fruits, and bananas may still look tempting on the outside, but inside your body, they could be adding stress where you need strength. In the next part, we'll explore the fruits that don't just avoid harm, but actively heal and strengthen your body as you age. These are the real superfruits for a healthier, longer, more vibrant life. So stay with me, because the best part is yet to come. We uncovered some surprising truths, fruits we've trusted for decades that may quietly work against us after 50. Grapes, pineapples, citrus fruits, bananas. Sweet on the tongue, but not always sweet for the body. But here's the good news. Nature doesn't just give us challenges, it also provides solutions. For every fruit that drains us, there's another that heals us, protects us, and even helps reverse some of the wear and tear of time. Think of them as superfruits, not exotic marketing gimmicks, but simple gifts from the earth, proven by science to support your heart, brain, bones, and energy as you age. Today, let's discover them together, and maybe, by the end of this journey, you'll look at your fruit bowl in a whole new way. Fruit number 1, pomegranate, the heart protector. I once met a retired teacher named George, 68 years old, who had struggled with high blood pressure for nearly a decade. He was on medication, careful with his diet, yet he often felt dizzy and tired. His daughter, a nutritionist, suggested something unusual. "Dad, try adding pomegranate juice to your mornings. Just a small glass." George was skeptical. Fruit juice? Really? But after a few weeks, he noticed something different. His blood pressure readings were lower, and he felt more awake, more alive. Pomegranate is one of the most powerful fruits for cardiovascular health. Rich in antioxidants, especially panicalagins, it helps protect blood vessels from hardening, reduces inflammation, and even improves circulation. For people over 50, this is vital. The risk of heart disease rises with age, but pomegranate acts like a shield, keeping your arteries flexible and your heart strong. Eat half a pomegranate as a snack, or drink a small glass, around 4 ounces, of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Consistency matters more than quantity. Couch it. For George, it wasn't magic, it was simply giving his heart what it needed all along. Fruit number 2, blueberries, the brain's best friend. There's a saying among doctors, what's good for your heart is good for your brain. And when it comes to brain health, blueberries are the shining star. Take Eleanor, a 72-year-old grandmother who loved crossword puzzles, but found herself forgetting words more often. She worried, is this the beginning of memory loss? A friend recommended blueberry small, daily portions. Months later, Eleanor noticed something subtle, but powerful. Her memory recall improved. She felt sharper, more focused, more herself again. Blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their deep blue color. These antioxidants cross the blood-brain barrier, reducing inflammation and improving communication between brain cells. Studies show they can delay cognitive decline, improve memory, and even support balance and coordination, key factors for independence in later years. A small bowl of fresh or frozen blueberries in your oatmeal. A handful as an afternoon snack. Even dried blueberries work, as long as they're unsweetened. For Eleanor, blueberries weren't just food. They were a lifeline to her independence and her joy of living. Fruit number 3, cherries, the natural pain reliever. If you've ever felt stiff knees or aching joints in the morning, you're not alone. Arthritis and inflammation are some of the most common complaints after 50. John, a retired firefighter, told me his secret. I don't start my day with painkillers. I start it with cherries. Cherries, especially tart cherries, contain compounds called anthocyanins and melatonin. Anthocyanins fight inflammation, reducing joint pain and stiffness. Melatonin improves sleep quality, which is often disrupted in older adults. Together, they create a double benefit: less pain, more rest. A small bowl of fresh cherries in summer, unsweetened tart cherry juice year-round. Even frozen cherries blended into smoothies. John swears by them. Since I started, I don't just move better, I sleep better too. And that changes everything. Fruit number 4, avocado, the brain and bone builder. Linda, a 65-year-old widow, once believed avocados were too fatty to be healthy. But after learning about healthy fats, she decided to give them a chance. She started adding half an avocado to her lunch salads. Within months, she felt her energy rise, her cholesterol levels stabilize, and her skin glow again. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind that support heart health and brain function. They also contain potassium, magnesium, and vitamin K, which strengthen bones and reduce the risk of fractures. For seniors, this is crucial. Falls and fractures can steal independence, but stronger bones mean longer freedom. Half an avocado on whole grain toast, blended into smoothies for creaminess, diced into salads or soups. For Linda, avocado wasn't just about health. It was about confidence, the feeling that her body was still on her side. So there we have it, 4 fruits that don't just taste good, they work for you. Pomegranate for your heart, blueberries for your brain, cherries for your joints and sleep, avocado for your bones and energy. They are more than snacks. They're strategies, small, daily choices that add up to years of strength, clarity, and independence. Theng Hype Try and CM Hying plus call to action. Remember this, aging is not about decline, it's about adaptation. When you choose the right foods, you're not just surviving your 50s, 60s, or 70s, you're thriving. So the next time you reach for a piece of fruit, ask yourself, is this just feeding my hunger, or is it feeding my future? And now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these superfruits will you add to your daily routine? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this helpful, subscribe for more science-backed insights on living strong after 50. Because the best years aren't behind you, they're still ahead, waiting to be lived with strength, clarity, and joy. Helen had always been careful about her health. She exercised a little, avoided junk food, and thought she was doing everything right. Yet, mornings were the hardest. Her joints ached, her memory felt foggy, and by 3 p.m. she would reach for sweets just to survive the afternoon slump. One day, her daughter, a nutritionist, sat her down. She didn't lecture. She didn't hand her a diet plan. Instead, she asked one question. What if the fruits you're eating every day are actually working against you? Helen laughed at first. She loved her morning orange juice and bananas. They were supposed to be healthy, weren't they? But then she learned that some of the very fruits she ate daily, grapes, bananas, oranges, pineapple, could spike her blood sugar, inflamed her joints, and even interfere with her medications. This was the moment Helen realized she had the power to change her story. Discovering the healing fruits. The first fruit she tried was pomegranate. Her daughter taught her to scoop the seeds into yogurt each morning. At first, Helen thought it was just a tasty addition, but within weeks, she noticed subtle changes. Her blood pressure readings improved slightly. Her morning stiffness eased, and on a surprising day, she realized she remembered a phone number she had been struggling with for weeks. Science backs this up. Compounds in pomegranate support cellular recycling, clearing out old, damaged cells and giving your body fresh energy. For seniors over 50, this can mean stronger muscles, better blood flow, and a sharper mind. Next came blueberries. Helen began adding them to her oatmeal, and some days blending them into smoothies. She discovered that even small amounts improved her focus, her memory, and her energy throughout the day. Then there were cherries, especially tart cherries. Eating a handful each evening helped her sleep better and reduce joint stiffness, almost like nature's own gentle anti-inflammatory. Finally, she embraced avocado, spreading half on whole grain toast or mixing it into salads. It became her secret weapon, healthy fats that nourished her heart, brain, and bones without the blood sugar spikes that haunted her when she ate bananas. Through these changes, Helen's kitchen transformed. Her fruit basket became a toolkit for independence, vitality, and resilience. Small swaps, big changes. Helen's story mirrors countless seniors' journeys. Small swaps, consistently applied, compound over time. Take Margaret, 66, a retired librarian. She used to skip breakfast or grab pastries, thinking it was harmless. After adding a half pomegranate, some blueberries, and avocado to her morning, she noticed her mid-morning slump disappeared. She was alert, focused, and even her afternoon sugar cravings vanished. Or Jack, 70, a retired pilot. He had been eating bananas every day, believing they were harmless. Within months, he struggled with afternoon fatigue and rising blood sugar. Once he swapped bananas for avocado and sweet potatoes, along with a handful of berries, his energy stabilized, and he felt more in control of his health than he had in a decade. These are not just isolated stories. The science is clear. Pairing antioxidant-rich fruits with protein, fiber, and healthy fats stabilizes blood sugar, supports digestion, and keeps your metabolism humming. Mindful eating and routine. But it's not just what Helen and others ate, it was how they ate. Helen began sitting down for each meal, focusing on flavors, textures, and chewing slowly. She noticed something remarkable. She felt fuller with less food. Digestion improved, and her morning brain fog lifted. Her friend Clara, 68, had been rushing breakfast while reading emails. Following Helen's example, she slowed down, savoring her fruit and protein-packed meals. Within weeks, Clara's digestion improved, and she found more energy to enjoy her walks and social activities. Mindful eating transforms meals from routine chores into acts of care. And for those over 50, this awareness becomes a powerful tool for aging well, adding movement, compounding the benefits. Nutrition alone helped, but the real magic appeared when Helen paired her new diet with gentle exercise. Each morning, she walked 20 minutes around her neighborhood. Some days, she added stretching or light resistance exercises. Combined with her superfruit routine, the results were remarkable. Improved balance and muscle strength, reduced joint stiffness, increased overall energy and mood. Exercise amplifies the benefits of nutrients. Blood flows more efficiently, antioxidants reach the brain and muscles, and metabolism remains active. Small daily movement, paired with nutrient-rich fruits, becomes a recipe for vibrant, independent living. The long-term transformation. Over months, Helen's transformation became undeniable. Morning walks felt easy. Her mind was sharp, her joints flexible, and she felt more in control of her life than she had in years. Other seniors in her community, inspired by her story, began experimenting with similar routines. A mix of pomegranate, blueberries, cherries, and avocado, paired with hydration, balanced meals, and gentle movement. Leonard, 72, who had relied on blueberries alone, expanded his fruit variety and added vegetables and protein. His blood sugar stabilized, he regained energy, and he rediscovered the joy of independence. These stories illustrate a powerful truth. Small, consistent choices compound. Over weeks and months, they transform health, vitality, and quality of life for anyone over 50. Closing. Take action today. Aging does not mean decline. It means making choices that match what your body truly needs. And the stories of Helen, Margaret, Jack, Clara, and Leonard show us that. One handful of blueberries instead of grapes. One avocado instead of a banana. A few tart cherries at night. Half a pomegranate in the morning can quietly but powerfully transform your energy, memory, digestion, and independence. Now, it's your turn. Look at your fruit basket. What story is it telling about your health? Are you feeding your body or working against it? Make the small swaps, savor each bite, move your body, and hydrate wisely. Share your journey in the comments. Your story might inspire another senior to take back control of their health. Remember, every choice is a vote for strength, clarity, and years of independent living. Start today, and let your next decade be the healthiest one yet. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the surprising truth about fruits and your health after 50. I hope Helen's story and the stories of so many seniors discovering the power of smart fruit choices has inspired you to take small, meaningful steps towards stronger, sharper, and healthier days. Remember, aging doesn't mean slowing down or losing control. It means making wiser choices that support your body, your mind, and your independence. Every handful of blueberries, every slice of avocado, every pomegranate seed is a vote for your vitality and longevity. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another science-backed tip for thriving after 50. Turn on the bell icon to get notified for every new video. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your experiences, or your favorite fruit swaps in the comments below. Your story could inspire another senior to make a change that transforms their health. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay sharp, and remember, your best years are still ahead.